Bonjour et bienvenue dans le 19e épisode de ce let's play sur Bound by Flame. Alors on va continuer. La dernière fois on avait combattu le tourmenteur, c'est une espèce de bestiole à peau très sombre, marron noir, et avec des ailes. Donc là on était sur le chemin du retour pour Val-Veneur pour en parler. Donc on va à Val-Veneur. Allez, tu te lances. Alors attendez, la carte, tac, bien. Le problème c'est que je ne sais... est-ce que je vais... Je sais plus où j'étais... Ah, c'est bon là. Voilà. C'est bon, c'est bon. Allez. Ah, oui. D'accord, c'est le bordel. Bon, je peux prendre un coup sur la gueule. Attends. Hop. On va changer. Merde, il veut pas. Ça va être de ma faute bientôt.
We're holding this gate, but I think the others have been overrun.
Do you know where the captain is?
He headed for the center of the village. Sounded like it wasn't going well over there. You should go and help him.
Attends, c'est par où? Bon, déjà on va ramasser les trucs. Hein. On va prendre notre temps. De toute façon, ils vont pas mourir en... D'accord. Il y en a un autre, non? Non. On va faire un peu d'action. Je vais sauvegarder. Je remets la carte. Ah, j'aime pas ces bestioles là. Merde, c'est pas ça. Allez. Hop, on va aller s'occuper de l'archer. Oh merde, je pensais que je l'avais eu. Voilà, bon, je ne fais pas un pli. Allez. La suivante. Tiens, attends. Hop, je m'épose. Ah putain, ça veut pas. Merde. Ça... Ah, c'était pas la bonne touche. Ah, bon. Ils font pas un pli là. Hein. Hop, on ramasse. On ramasse ça. On ramasse ça. Il n'y en a pas un autre là-bas? Bon. On va sauvegarder hein, parce que j'ai pas envie de perdre le bénéfice de ce que je viens de faire. Ok, alors attends. Il n'y a rien par là. Ouais, pousse-toi, Edven. Attends. Merde, je suis perdu. Allez, bon, il y a des cadavres partout. Je m'attendais pas à me friter là maintenant. Là c'est la sortie. Ouvre la porte, tu veux pas ouvrir la porte? Oui, je passe au travers de la porte. Ah, quand même. Allez, dépêche-toi. Ah, ok. Eh mais j'ai l'impression qu'il va se faire cartonner le capitaine.
The prince is on the move again, and he's not wasting any time.
The puppet he confronts, it is not like the others.
It's more likely to be the puppet master. He looks like a dead walker general. He's probably leading the assault on Val-Veneur.
All of this power he animates with, it belongs to me. It was stolen and twisted by your miserable magicians. It is time to take back what is mine by right.
If you're planning to take care of him like all the others, sounds good to me. Prince Arandil won't last long facing that kind of monster.
He is using more power than thou wilt allow me to deploy.
I can take care of myself. And here's my plan. I'm gonna come at him with everything I've got. Killing their general is gonna screw up our enemies big time. Let's go do it.
Allez. Voilà. Eh non, c'est pas ça, c'est ça, allez. Oh oui, ça lui fait pas... Il fait pas de dégâts ça. Ah, c'est un général de froid, putain. Je suis allergique au froid. Ah merde. Oh putain. Et normalement il devrait être sensible au feu. Mais non. Ah putain. Il faut que je change d'arme pour me régénérer. Ah merde, sauve-toi, 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 sauve-toi. Putain. Je fais n'importe quoi là. Non. Non. Non, sauve-toi. Ah, ok. Maintenant, la caméra suit quand elle a le focus. Ok. Bon, c'est... Ah putain, tu vas laisser Edwin, oui. Allez. Mais qu'est-ce qu'il lui prend là? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Et pourquoi j'ai plus la main là? Et il va me défoncer, je peux même pas me défendre. Allez. Oui, c'est ça, on lui dira. Il a parlé à mon démon, je pense.
I know not what thy father did to him, but he seems to be a revenge person.
Ah putain. Bon, attends, on va s'occuper. Voilà. Et Edvan, merde, non, bon, tant pis. Ah putain, allez, sauve-toi, sauve-toi, sauve-toi. Putain. Ah, il faut que je me régénère. Est-ce que je peux le friter comme ça? Ouais, putain, ça lui enlève pratiquement rien. Voilà, c'est bon, allez. J'ai plus assez de magie. Allez, régénère-toi, régénère-toi. Peut-être une potion de mana. Voilà. Allez. Au moins pendant que je me régénère, je fais quelques dégâts. Putain. Bon, allez, on y va. Faut que je me méfie quand il fait ses attaques de froid. Allez, sauve-toi, 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 sauve-toi. Je vois rien là, je vois rien. Voilà, c'est bon. Allez, à l'attaque. Ah, je vais changer d'arme pour me régénérer. Ah, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon. Eh putain, je lui fais pas de dégâts. Non, merde. Allez, sauve-toi, sauve-toi, sauve-toi. Allez, hop. Allez, on se le fait, on se le fait, on se le fait, on se le fait. Allez. Oui, c'est bien, Edven, occupe-le pendant qu'on le frite par derrière. Oh putain, du froid. Oh. Allez, hop. Oui, c'est bon ça. Allez, on va se... Oh non, non, hop. Allez, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon, voilà. Tiens, ça t'apprendra à parler mal de ma maman. Oh oui, oh ça fait du bien ça. Ça fait du bien par où ça passe. Allez, un petit coup pour la route. Eh ben on se sent mieux après ça. Et je devrais bien monter de niveau là. Ah ouais, les combats se passent quand même beaucoup mieux. C'est quand même
That was
beaucoup plus
one
amusant.
tough undead son of a bitch. But it won't be commanding anyone now. Without their general, the dead walkers should leave us alone for a while. But they'll reorganize, so we can't stay here.
You're right, mercenary. Let's use the time to leave. It's now or never if we're going to get to Caraldthas. My father and the armies of the Free Nations should be there. If we hurry, we may be able to participate in the mother of all battles and finally push back the Ice Lords.
If thou dost throw thyself in this battle, the only thing that thou wouldst find is thy death, and the only chance thou hast for saving this world will disappear with thee. Their armies will not win. He knows this, but that is not what motivates him. He is seeking his father's approval. He wants to buy the crown by delivering us to his king. He believes we are at his command. But he is mistaken. I only serve and live for the World Heart. Thy elven city is closer, I can feel it. Forget these suicidal battles. If thou join with them, thy so-called friends will end up turning against thee out of fear or envy.
Tu te trompes, venez de mon côté. Tu te trompes. Je vais prendre. J'ai décidé de faire confiance à Edwin.
Edwin seems fascinated by you, and I am the only one who has supported her. She has
C'est
no
la seule,
reason
elle a
to
pas
oppose me.
The alliance of pariahs. Do not say that thou dost really believe that. Especially about that sorceress. She will do anything for a bit of power,
Bah oui.
and thou wouldst cling to her yet? Thou hast no more choice. Thou must hasten to the World Heart and purify it. It is thine only chance. Do combat there, and if thou art not slain, at least one of thy companions, if not all of them, will betray thee to try and control or study the power I bring thee.
Vulcan? Vulcan? You were far away. Is it the demon?
J'arrive pas à
He was
savoir qui c'est
talking to you,
lui.
wasn't he?
J'ai pas souvenir.
Yeah, not that he has much to say.
You have to make a decision soon. Will you join us in the battle at Caraldthas?
I don't know yet.
I understand. It's been a long day. I'll let you think it over for a while. Let me know when you've made a decision.
Ouais, niveau 16, voilà, c'est bon. Ah, ça fait du bien ça. Alors, compétences. Alors, qu'est-ce que j'avais dit que je gardais? Pyromant. Ouais, régénération de la magie, ça m'intéresse. Validé. Et ça aussi. Et ça aussi, ça m'intéresse. Ouais, donc il faut que je dépense 2 trucs là pour en commencer là. Ah oui, mais il me faut aussi ça. Oui. Régénération. Ouais, bon, c'est pas grave, c'est pas. Voilà, donc qu'est-ce que j'avais dit? Tiens, qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Ça c'est le démoniaque, non ça. Qu'est-ce que j'avais dit que je ferais? Façonneur. Ouais. Marchandeur, vous achetez les objets moins chers, trappeur, oui. Ah oui, ça pourrait être... Ouais, d'accord, il faut que j'insiste sur les... Toucher, oui, c'est bon ça. Il faut que j'insiste si je veux ça, c'est-à-dire coup des sorts de feu de moins 20%. Il faut que j'insiste que j'en bute pas mal avec les sorts. Ouais. Colosse, maximum. Pardon, votre magie augmente. Ah, j'avais dit que je prenais mule. Ah oui. Fouineur. Je vais trouver quelque chose sans croître. Bon, je vais prendre mule, hein, tant pis. Oui. Mais je vais garder pour... je vais garder ce que j'ai pour la suite. Ah merde. Attends, pourquoi je perds... Pourquoi j'ai... Attendez, j'ai un truc que j'ai pas compris, pourquoi j'ai... Attends, non, c'est pas ça. Pourquoi j'ai perdu les quêtes défendre? Moi j'ai perdu pas mal de quêtes la défendre. Putain, mais comment ça se fait? Oh là là, je les avais, merde. Bon, ça, oui. Bah, forgeron. Pourquoi j'ai défendu ces trucs-là? J'aurais pas dû aller là d'abord. Ah, merde. Bon, bah, tant pis. Prêter allégeance ou suivre les conseils du démon.
Do you think we ought to follow the prince to Caraldthas?
If you want to get to the World Heart, we'll need to go by there. But the prince's company seems both unnecessary and dangerous. Believe me, I know his type all too well. Invested with a mission, he is soon overwhelmed by, probably named by some obscure prophecy. In the name of his family, or because of an idealized vision of his future duties as sovereign, he will give his all. In other words, all his imbecility. Chasing after glory and honor, unprepared and unprotected, he will only lead us to disaster.
Seeing the shit we're in, I don't think he's doing it just for the glory. He's got an interest in having everybody survive.
And in making it look like everyone has survived entirely due to his talents, and not those of a mercenary who can produce flames and defeat a general of the Deadwalkers. Do you really believe he wants you around just because he enjoys your company? Not to mention the increasing threat implied by our friends dressed all in red.
What do you suggest we do?
When we get to Caraldthas, we better give them the slip and head to Blackfrost's domain.
Why should we go down there?
Because those lands are positioned quite close to the city of the elves, and like all the lands of the Ice Lords, it's a point of entry into the World Heart.
Je voudrais qu'elle vienne avec moi.
Do you think we ought to follow
Bon,
the prince
allez,
to Carol?
Believe me, chasing. Do you really?
Je passe.
Not, what, why? Because those.
Voilà. Moi, j'ai décidé de faire confiance à mon démon. Alors, qu'est-ce que je fais? Ah merde alors. Chapitre 3, la marche funèbre. Ça c'est le général. Oui. Ah ça, Arandil. Le fils héritier du trône des elfes, et là c'est terriblement blessé. Ouais. Ouais, j'ai décidé de faire confiance à mon démon. Mais alors, où est-ce que je vais là? Faut que je parle à Renard. Ok.
Do you think we should listen to Prince Arandil and go with him to Caraldthas?
The great elven army and what is left of the human army in this part of Vertial are now gathering at Caraldthas. Separately, none of these troops stood a chance. But united... well, in any case, it's the only hope we have left. Reinforcements from the Freeborn Blades and Red Scribes will help. And so will you, from what I've seen. And even if I don't approve of all the strategic choices made by my sovereign these last few years, I think he'll rise to the occasion now that he can no longer retreat. He knows the lands around Caraldthas perfectly, so I'm sure he will bring the battle onto terrain that will favor us. And since you're curious to know more about what happened to you, my people's scholars are famous. They can surely help you.
You've got it all figured out.
I believe we can manage to hold the Deadwalker army back this time, though it's a bit early to start celebrating.
Bon, moi ça me dit pas ce que je dois faire. J'ai décidé de... moi je décide... On va parler au capitaine.
We're gonna be able to break camp soon. Where is our next objective?
For now, we're going to stick with the Red Scribes. They haven't paid us yet, and they won't until we reach Caraldthas.
Voilà.
In any case, that's where we're headed. I sent Wolf on ahead of us a few weeks ago to see if he could find fresh volunteers for us, but I don't think there's much hope of that. This war is looking worse and worse for us. In 10 years fighting, the Deadwalkers haven't lost a single battle. I suppose we could hide for a while. But considering what's left of Vertiel, that would be like hiding in a pile of ashes. We have to come up with some alternatives. And for now, I can only think of one. The demon. For the moment, it's the only card we have left to play.
Thy captain is less stubborn than thee. Methinks I should perhaps have chosen him as a vessel.
Vous avez raison. Moi, je lui fais confiance à mon démon.
She is the best weapon we have. Since she's been with me, we've beaten a juggernaut and a Deadwalker general. She could be the thing that changes the course of this war for us.
I never know if it's you or it that's talking to me. But I feel like we have the same goals. So let's go to Caraldthas. We'll link up with our brothers in arms and try to find a way to access the World Heart. I'm not going to pretend this is the best plan I've ever made. To tell you the truth, it's not even a plan. But I guess we're going to have to defer to this demon.
Oui, mais moi ça me dit toujours pas ce que je dois faire là. Ça me dit pas ce que je dois faire. Allez, Captain. Je vois... Le 1 là, il signifie quoi? Arandil, Sibylle. Moi j'ai déjà pris mes décisions, mais il est mort à Sahel. Bon, qu'est-ce que je fais? Je repars à...
There you are at last. So, have you made your decision?
Attends, qu'est-ce qu'il m'avait dit le démon? Qu'est-ce qu'il m'avait dit le démon? Non, pas encore.
I'm still thinking.
Don't wait too long. The Deadwalkers will be back here soon.
Je vais faire une sauvegarde parce que je ne sais plus ce que m'a dit Edben. Est-ce qu'elle m'a dit d'aller à Caraldthas?
Do you think we ought to follow the prince to Caraldthas?
If you want to get to the World Heart, we'll need
Non,
to
ça y
go
est,
by
oui.
there. But the prince's company seems both unnecessary. Believe me, I know
Allez,
his
ok,
in the
c'est bon.
chasing after
Seeing
C'est bon, on va aller à Caraldthas là.
Not to men.
What do you think?
When?
Why should we?
Voilà,
Because
c'est bon.
those
Allez.
There you are at last.
Oui, allez.
So, have you made your
Oui.
decision?
Je combattrai avec vous à Caraldthas. Caraldthas.
I will fight with you at Caraldthas. Your army may be our only chance of victory.
Idiot, thou hast sentenced thyself to death.
Ah. Attendez. Donc je vais... Merde. Je vais recharger parce que je voulais faire ce que disait le démon. Donc je me suis trompé de choix. Attends. Ah, puis fais chier, c'est juste
And
une
now-
sorcière. Attends, je vais
You
revenir en arrière. J'ai zappé cette cinématique parce que je veux recharger ma sauvegarde. J'ai pas fait le choix que je voulais. C'est pas une erreur de jeu ou que c'est juste je me suis trompé dans le choix que je devais faire. Je savais pas, je vais voir à quoi
Are
correspond.
you coming, Vulcan?
Bon,
The
allez,
captain will be wondering where
allez,
we are.
Sing.
We must
allez,
Hein?
abrège,
The
abrège,
Prince-
abrège,
so, the-
abrège,
my
abrège,
fa-
abrège,
by-
abrège,
by-
abrège, abrège. Abrège, bon sang, abrège.
in this. We,
It is only
Allez. Voilà, chargé. Hop, hop, Val-Veneur. Je vais voir ce que ça fait quand on lui dit j'ai d'autres projets.
there you are at last. So, have you?
We'll go together to Caraldthas. But once there, our paths
Voilà.
are apart. I have to find the world heart and purify it.
I hope that you will change your mind on the way. We will need you.
Bon, cette fois on va se taper la même cinématique en gros, hein, je pense. Mais je voulais faire ce choix-là parce que je vous dis, je vais suivre les conseils de mon démon. J'ai pas plus de raison de lui faire confiance qu'aux autres, mais j'ai choisi de lui faire confiance. À la limite, le seul en qui je peux avoir confiance, c'est le capitaine des lames franches.
It is but a stage.
It is not enough.
It is a stage. To move in haste would risk incinerating this body, and that is not what we want. Why think thee that the necromancers use their ritual spears to suck the lifeblood from the world heart? Why think thee ist that not one among them can control the flame? They can but use the energy of the world heart. We hold its power, the flame. Aside from the dragons, no fleshly vessel has ever been able to master it.
And see what good it did them. Now that I am revealed, the sorcerers will covet this power.
As do thy supposed allies. Thou shouldst beware of them and their weakness. Let nothing stop thee from preserving thyself lest we finish as did the dragons.
Perhaps it is time I took things in hand.
Vulcan, have you seen something?
They use thee.
Je sais pas si j'ai fait le bon choix, mais je trouvais pas de vraiment évident. Donc tant qu'à faire, il a les mêmes intérêts que moi pour le moment.
Are you coming, Vulcan? Your captain will be wondering where we are.
Huh? Yeah, of course. Let's go.
There you are, sire. Right. Change of plan. Seeing how cold it is, it will come as no surprise to you to learn that the dead walkers have already been here. They're still close.
We must rejoin my father's army as swiftly as we may.
I think we already found them. Take a look around us.
There are survivors. Apparently they are camped not far from here. This soldier will lead us to them.
Prince Arandil, my lord. Can it be you?
Soldier, what happened here? Is the king with you?
The dead walkers took us by surprise. The cold and the ice. We stood no chance. Almost all of the city has been invaded by the ice.
C'est pas bon pour moi ça.
My father, where is the king?
I know not, your highness. But a few of us were able to escape. Lord Commander Valen has built a camp close by the city.
Valen is here. Take us to his camp.
By your leave. Follow me, my lord.
My prince, we had lost all hope of seeing you return safe. We have no word from Bastion.
Bastion is lost, Valen. We came into this war too late. The General of the Alliance gave his life that I should escape with Relmar.
The deserter. What business did he have at Bastion?
The deserter was fighting, while you and your wondrous army waited, warm and safe, sat upon their asses. I hope the result is pleasing to you, Valen.
Silence, both of you. Relmar saved my life, Valen. For now, you will consider him pardoned.
By your will, my lord. And I see that you are escorted by the freeborn blades.
In truth, they are escorting the Red Scribes, but their presence is our good fortune. They have already once put the dead walkers to rout in the marshes. This woman slew one of their generals before my very eyes. I will tell you more of this later. Now I must speak with my father. Where is he?
No one knows, my prince.
Ah, je pense
The
qu'il
king
va falloir
was
aller te
still
chercher.
in the royal palace when the river Estelduin fell upon the city.
The river? What happened?
'Twas like a great wave that froze all that it touched. We had seen the approach of the Deadwalkers' vanguard 4 days before, and we had raised Caraldthas' defenses in preparation. Not even the sight of 10 juggernauts would have afeared us, but we never dreamt that an Ice Lord would come to lead the assault himself. He walked calmly to within an arrow's flight of the gates, never once speaking. And then, the river rose up from its bed to form a gigantic cloud that hung up over Caraldthas. We understood our peril too late. Near all of our soldiers stood atop the ramparts or in the streets when the ice cloud fell. All were frozen where they stood. That was his signal to launch their assault, but we were already vanquished. We fought to cover our retreat.
We must find the king!
I know, my prince, but every entry to the city is guarded, and we cannot risk being discovered.
It is clear we will not travel 200 paces if we do not first slay the sentinels close to the encampment. Only then will we be able to attempt to enter the city and save your father.
I'm sorry, but you'll be going without the freeborn blades. Our mission here is completed. We will only be able to go on a reconnaissance mission. I had men in Caraldthas. If they're still alive, I must do all I can to get them out.
Un bon
But if it's
capitaine.
confirmed that they're dead, my company are leaving. The Red Scribes have been delivered to Caraldthas. Our contract has been fulfilled.
We are only delivered outside the city gates of Caraldthas, Captain. The gold that we owe you lies inside its walls.
We have brought you as close as is possible. I will not send my men to their slaughter. You are in the hands of the Elven army now, Liestas, as was promised. The fact that you failed in your mission is not my problem. You can keep your goddamn gold. There's nowhere left in this cursed region to spend it anyhow.
That is regrettable, Captain. Your experience would have been a boon to us. I can only hope you will reconsider your decision.
Some of my soldiers tell me that the Deadwalkers have taken prisoners. Perhaps your own men
Ouais,
are amongst
c'est un moyen de le
those
décider de
unhappy
rester.
souls.
Vulcan, we'll make camp close to the south gate. You go and question those lads. With a little luck, one of them might have seen something.
Understood, Captain.
Wait, wait! There are many powerful creatures around us.
How powerful?
One of them feels too strong, even for you. The others are less able to resist you. You should start with the weaker ones and absorb their energy before taking on the big one. Do you think you can handle it?
I'll let you know after I've tried.
Bon. Alors. On va sauvegarder, hein, parce que là, ça fait un bel épisode. Donc, j'espère que cet épisode vous aura plu et je vous remercie de l'avoir suivi. Voilà, on se retrouve dans le prochain. Merci, au revoir.